Well, my Uncle Don finally made it up here to Alaska. He's been down in Wake Island for what, the last 8 months? 9 months? Yeah. And he's been having a lot of fun. He gets to photograph what? A lot of boobies?
A lot of boobies.
A lot of boobies.
Turns,
things like that. So I told him to make a book of boobies from the Wake Island. That'd be a fun book to make. But anyway, we are heading south, seeing what we can find. We're going to be shooting the Canon R7 today. But today's video, we're going to talk about a few things you need for your bag that I think that are neat little products for your bag. So we're going to head down the road and we'll talk to you in a bit. All right, the first thing I want to talk about that's neat in your bag is this guy right here. This is made by Lano. It's one of them that I have for many of my cameras. It's a battery charger. It's really, really cool. It's a case, battery charger case, that actually opens up, they stay inside. It has a magnetic lock on the top. Really, really cool. It holds 2 batteries, charges them up. It also holds an SD card inside of it. Really, really cool. It doesn't read from the card, but it just holds one SD card. And the cool thing about this guy, if you hit the button, it shows you the charging percentage of the batteries that are inside. Really, really cool. And this guy's not very expensive. And why battery chargers? We get them come with our cameras, but this one holds 2. And every time I buy a new camera, or for battery type, I have to buy a double or a triple battery charger. So that's why I like these double ones. And this guy's not real expensive. I have the price up here. I think it comes in around $50. They have to also sell batteries with it that come with them. They're third-party batteries. I don't really recommend third-party batteries, but I got the kit, the Sony kit for this one with the batteries in it. And I've tried them out and they work pretty good, but I really don't trust third-party batteries, but so far these have worked well. But anyway, this is a really cool battery charger. I really like it, but it's made by Lano. Really cool. So I'm going to drop the battery out of here into my camera because the one that's in it's dead right now. Luckily I had 2 of these charged. Get out here and do some shooting, and I'll talk to you here in a bit. All right, we have found some shorebirds over here, and of course the weather is horrible right now. It is dark, dark, dark. It is raining and it is windy, and the problem is the wind's going to be in our face, so it's going to be kind of a miserable time shooting out here. We're trying to get ready to go out on this, and we're going to see what we can get. So whatever we get, we will show you here in a bit. All right, we had a lot of fun shooting those shorebirds, but we are cold, wet, and miserable right now. My hands still aren't working real good, but we had a lot of fun, really cool. And now that I kind of know where those birds were, I thought I knew where they were, we're going to come back another day to shoot those guys. But let's get into the final product. Again, like I said, this is not a must-have for your camera bag, but it's a really cool one. I use it in the studio a lot, and I've been using it in the field just a little bit too, and it's this guy right here. It is a wireless transmitter that works from your camera to a receiver, and then I have a recorder, my gimbal right here. So what do I do in the studio with this guy? Well, I hook it up to a computer monitor over on the side, so when I set up my camera to film myself, I can see the framing, see what I'm seeing, look at the colors, things like that. So what I've been doing in the field with it is I'm using this transmitter to the receiver where I can leave this in the truck if I'm not too far from the truck. It's got a pretty good distance. Or I can leave it in my pack and leave it sitting somewhere safe away from the water and the shore. Because, you know, you see me at times, I get in that surf too close to the beach, the tide comes up and I get wet. So I don't really tear stuff up. So this can sit safely. Or I can even have this Atomos sitting on a power source instead of using the battery like I have here right now. So how does this work? So you put the transmitter, the wireless transmitter, on top, and you have a NPF battery, or what's really cool, let's go back to an earlier product. You remember this power bank we talked about earlier, the battery charger? It will actually power the receiver or the transmitter, so you can use power bank. So I can use this guy, what I said earlier, as a power bank, and that's what I'm using for the power to go to the receiver on this guy. So let's set that back aside. Now to have this running, all I need to do is have an HDMI cable going from the wireless transmitter to the camera, and the same thing from the receiver to whatever you're going to do, a monitor or recorder, like I'm using this recorder here. So now I can record to the Atomos remotely. I could have this way away from me. I could have it in the truck. I have it just real close to me right now, but it makes it real easy. So, and to pair it up, it's real easy. You hit play on both devices, and then you're paired up. You're good to go. And then it just transmits from the transmitter to the receiver. You've got your image on your monitor. It's really nice. And why do I like that as opposed to just having just the Atomos on top of the camera? Well, this is a lot heavier than this guy. This guy is extremely light. Now, the really cool part of this gimbal transmitter that I like about it is the price. This guy is $89. Most of the transmitters you buy, transmitter receiver combo kits you get, they're thousands of dollars. Or the cheapest one I've seen is like $400 or $500. This one, $89, and it works great. I've had no problems working this in the studio good distances, and I tried in the field a couple times. Taking this, haven't left the Atomos in the truck. I'm shooting, I was probably only about 40 yards from the truck. I wasn't very far from the truck, really close to the truck, but it transmitted across, worked great. So, and I've used it in the backpack also, so it's a really cool product. I really like it, and I'm having a lot of fun with this guy. It's just really nice because it is super light and it works really well. So guys, those are the products that I think you really need to have in your bag. These battery chargers are top notch, and this guy to use the battery bank is really cool. So the Lano battery charger, the Jupio battery charger, must-haves to me that you put in your bag. This gimbal is really cool if you need some type of wireless transmitter, if you're doing recording of anything, if you're maybe a wedding photographer, or you're doing other stuff that you want to be able to see on a bigger screen or what you're transmitting. This is really cool. So, as always, guys, until the next video, get outside, go run that shutter.